In 2014, when China's high-speed rail technology was about to take its first step to the world, however, Mexico unilaterally tore up the $30.5 billion high-speed rail contract signed with China, causing a huge loss to a Chinese company. However, before it, the relationship between China and Mexico has been very good. So, what is going on here? Why did Mexico suddenly revoke the contract? Okay, that and more is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Let's get started. At the end of 2012, Enrique Peña Nieto became the new president of the Mexican government. At that time, Mexico, which had just experienced the impact of the Western economic crisis, had slow economic growth and people's living standards were declining. Due to terrain constraints, the traffic situation in Mexico has always been poor, which does not match the economic development. Therefore, at the beginning of taking office, Nieto quickly put forward a new plan to build the Mexico City-Querétaro high-speed railway. According to the plan, once the 210-kilometer-long high-speed railway is completed and open to traffic, it will not only greatly improve the travel conditions of the Mexican people and facilitate the transportation of resources and goods, but also provide up to 60,000 jobs for the areas along the line. It will greatly reduce the unemployment rate in Mexico. However, although the high-speed railway is only 210 kilometers long, it is not easy to build. The rugged terrain and steep cliffs along the way added many difficulties to the construction of the railway. As a result, Mexico turned to infrastructure companies in other countries for help. As soon as the news that Mexico will build the railway was released, it immediately attracted the attention of world-renowned companies such as Japan's Mitsubishi Group and France's Alstom, and as many as 17 companies expressed their willingness to cooperate with the Mexican government. However, not long after, a notice issued by the Mexican government caused these companies to retreat. It turned out that the Mexican government required the winning bidder to submit a complete project proposal within 2 months, and officially start construction of the railway in early 2014. In addition, the deadline for the completion of the railway given by the Mexican government is only a short 3 years. By the way, the Mexican government issued this notice in July 2013, which is less than 5 months before the construction start time they stipulated. As a result, shortly after the Mexican government issued the notice, many world-renowned companies, including Alstom and Siemens, withdrew from the bidding one after another, saying that they could not complete the construction of it within the period stipulated by the Mexican government. After the first round of bidding by the Mexican government ended, there was only one bidding company left, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium, jointly formed by China Railway Construction, China South Locomotive and several Mexican companies. Although the final bidding company was only one left, the Chinese staff still carried out detailed and sufficient bidding work. The materials and documents used for bidding alone weighed 2.1 tons. In short, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium participated in this bidding with the highest sincerity. And the high quality, high speed, and low cost required by the Mexican government can all be met by the Chinese side. Faced with such a qualified plan proposed by China, the Mexican government is absolutely very willing to accept it. Therefore, on November 3, 2014, the Mexican government issued an announcement announcing that it had reached a cooperation agreement with the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium, and the total contract amount was as high as $4.4 billion. Mexico City-Querétaro high-speed railway is the second largest order for China's high-speed rail technology to go abroad. If it can be successfully completed, it will also greatly increase the influence of China's high-speed rail technology in the world. Unexpectedly, just 3 days later, the Mexican government suddenly issued another announcement, announcing that China's previous bid-winning qualifications were invalid. The explanation given by the Mexican government is, the number of previous bidding companies was too small, and the process lacked rationality and fairness. Hearing this, the Chinese personnel were extremely angry. They had no choice but to start preparing the documents and materials needed for the second bidding. In the second bidding process, there were 4 other companies competing with the China Due to the short preparation time and the limitations of their own technical conditions, the bidding documents of these four companies are far inferior to those submitted by China. In the eyes of everyone, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium will win the bid again. However, on January 30, 2015, the Mexican government issued an unexpected announcement. Due to the continued slump in international oil prices, Mexico's national fiscal revenue has been greatly affected. For this reason, the Mexican government will adjust public financial expenditures to deal with economic problems. And its first measure of adjusting public financial expenditure is to announce the indefinite shelving of the construction project of the Mexico City-Querétaro high-speed railway. What? I mean, after all, China has worked hard for several months to prepare a large amount of detailed bidding information. It has consumed countless manpower and material resources, and it has also been unanimously affirmed in Mexico. Now it has become a mess of waste paper? Later, the negotiators of the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium approached the Mexican government many times for protests, but the Mexican government's response was always, "There is no way, this high-speed railway cannot be built." For this reason, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium quickly initiated the contract breach compensation procedure, demanding that the Mexican government pay liquidated damages. According to the contract signed by the two parties at that time, the Mexican government needs to pay 270 million yuan in compensation. In fact, even if the Mexican government pays the full compensation, the money will not be enough to make up for China's losses in this project. What makes people even more angry is that the Mexican government is not even willing to pay the 270 million yuan in compensation. In the end, after various delays, the Mexican government only compensated the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium with a mere 8.06 million renminbi. Since China and Mexico have always had good relations, and the construction project is a win-win situation for the two countries, why did the Mexican government directly announce that it will be put on hold indefinitely? There is a famous slang in Mexico: Mexico is too far from God, too close to the devil. As a neighboring country with complicated relations with Mexico, the United States has always regarded Mexico as its own back garden and does not allow any other forces to get involved. In addition, the complicated political struggle in Mexico is also one of the important reasons for the failure of the Mexico City-Querétaro high-speed railway. There are many pro-American congressmen in the Mexican parliament. After the Chinese party is qualified to win the bid for this project, they will naturally spare no effort to block it. After being blocked twice by the Mexican government, the application of China's high-speed rail technology in the Mexico City-Querétaro high-speed railway was completely bankrupt, and the benefits that this railway would bring to Mexicans have also become illusions. However, the failure of this project did not prevent China's high-speed rail from going overseas market. With the completion and opening of all 13 tunnels of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia, we can foresee that in the next few years, Made in China will move towards the world at a more steady pace. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below and share your insightful ideas with other people. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. We will see you in the next video.